listen.
You don't want me to eat it?
No.
Put it on my head.
No. Yeah, we'll just like balance it on your head. I tried and it kind of fell.
No.
Can you do it?
Probably.
Go on, Emily. Go. Ooh.
Maybe I can do that.
Nearly. She's balancing it. Beat that, Jonah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Bravo. Let's see how long you can keep that on your head, Emily. Okay, listen, Emily.
Yes.
The lineup on that poster behind me makes me
it's
so
quite
happy.
extraordinary, isn't it?
You're on it. How does that feel?
Just overwhelming and incredible. And this is incredibly distracting.
Do you do yoga?
I do yoga, yes.
That's why you're centering yourself and you're able to do what you're
Gosh.
doing. Hey, bravo! You did really well.
Thank you very much.
I loved your character in this.
Thank you, Gertrude.
I also
She's a
think,
fierce lady.
Yeah, I also think films like this, as Nick just said, aren't made anymore. There was something quite epic and
Very epic and fun, huh?
Very much so, but also with so much heart and a really important message. The time that this film is set, women weren't necessarily allowed to just have a voice, do anything, but your character absolutely does.
Yes.
How did that feel?
Well, Gertrude is a fierce lady and she fought for Swiss sovereignty.
She did.
And she was a lot tougher than the men who surrounded her. I mean, fiction. This part of the fictional story, I don't really know if the other men were obviously not cowards or in the real story.
Love it.
Yeah, she's a fierce character, and is a real driving force behind it in the story. And,
Was there any like boot camp-ish type of vibes for you? There were.
Oh yes, yeah. We did a big. I've worked with the stunt choreographers a few times, and they're very cool. They're very fun, and they put in a good word for me. So we did a big fight sequence, and so I slayed a lot of people with a broadsword, and yes.
Ellie was just saying to me, there's a scene with her and Connor in a carriage, and he really roughs her up, and I was like, okay, were you all right? She said, I had a few injuries.
Right.
Your character really goes for it.
No injuries.
No injuries? You're just strong.
Just really tough.
Interesting. I'm also wondering, award season is happening right now, and we're all kind of engrossed, and everyone's on these red carpets, and everyone's like, who's going to win what? Independent films that have a smaller budget, sometimes, it's so much harder for people to go to the cinema, see these films, because the marketing budgets are smaller. You look at that lineup: Ben Kingsley, Jonathan Pryce, you, Ellie, Jonah, Claes.
And Ben.
Yeah. Hi. Is it a conscious choice for you? Because you're at a point in your career, Emily, where you can pick and choose. You to always do films that aren't necessarily always the big Hollywood studio films.
Well, I think
You do both.
I do both. Well, when things come in, so you decide whether you think it's well written and whether you want to work with the director and et cetera, et cetera. So it's always the choices are a mixture of all those parts. So I wouldn't really mind if it was a role of the same thing for a while, but yeah, it's good to change it up a little bit.
And my final question, it's the start of the new year. You're here promoting a new movie. We all have moments where we reflect, gratitude. Sometimes we kind of get lost in what we should have done, but I always try and sit in gratitude. Is there a sentiment for this year at all, a reflective moment that you've had where how you hope the rest of the year you'll take it on? Have you had that moment?
Using my instincts more, trusting instincts more, and being brave to be more honest about things and take control a bit. I also think in our industry it can kind of pull you in all sorts of directions. And I think it's really important to kind of ground yourself again and learn to be assertive but kind. And,
well said.
Yeah, there we go. So,
well said. Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the
Nice
chat.
to meet you.
And congratulations.
Thank you very
much.
much.
So nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you.